Send some baby girl. So yeah, so if you hear in the background, just know that she ain't having it. She ain't having it. So on the outside, a lot of times it's smiles and he kiki, but on the inside sometimes it's rough, and I'm honest. A lot of times I have not been honest. A lot of times I pretend, baby, put that front on and act as if everything's okay. But again, these are things that, again, I just rarely talk about. And I say, why not? This is the season. There's a lot of people going through. And again, I just want you to know that you're not alone. So what are some of the things that I have learned, or some of the things that I do to cope, right? To allow me to not be in that place, that dark place all the time. So there's three things, right? So one of the things that I try to do is to get into nature. Now, I know in the wintertime, depending on where you are, like if you're in the South, it gets cold, but it's not like snowing all the time. So you might be cold. You can just put your coat on, your hood, and go outside. I like to just go outside because it allows me to get connected with nature. I'm not saying that climbing trees and stuff like that. I used to, but just seeing that nature continues regardless of the season, right? It continues. Trees are still growing. Leaves may fall, they change colors, but these trees are still alive. You know what I mean? And just seeing the animals that hibernate, the animals that are out. I mean, of course, I don't see no bears or anything, but if I was to be out there like that, I would see, snakes, everything. Animals do what they do, regardless of the season. They have a set plan. And a lot of times, I don't think that we have a plan. I personally have never just had a set plan. Like, okay, if it's wintertime, I'm just going to hibernate. No, I still got to work. So, but I try to spend time outside. That is one thing. Let me not get off course. All right. So I spend time in nature, walking, running, sitting, sometimes just sitting on the porch, just looking. And it helps. I don't know why. It elevates my mood. So you may want to try that. One of the second things that I realize about your hormones, and because this is a mood disorder, it's the fact that a lot of times the sun just ain't rolling out here like that. You're not getting sun as much as you would get in the summer because, of course, you got a coat on, you got long sleeves, you got hoods on, hats on, things like that. So you're gonna miss out on vitamin D, and vitamin D is something that you're going to need to help, regulate your vitamin D. And hey, baby. And so I noticed that, like, I may have to take supplements to get it in my system, or get more in my system than I would normally. So cut it down just a little bit. So hi, baby. And so I spend a lot of time. All right, so you may have to look into getting some vitamin D, supplements to help with that, or foods that, have vitamin D. Not so much calcium, I'm not talking about that, but vitamin D itself, because that helps regulate your hormones. And another thing about it, I am a type 1 diabetic, and that's something that I really didn't know like when I was younger. I didn't know to take more vitamin D. That was going to help with my hormones as well. So I take a lot of that now, but it's still for my daughter, my son, stuff like that. Just making sure that they have, good levels of vitamin D. That's really, really healthy and important for us. The last thing that I want to talk about is something that people talk about a lot, the 3x3x3. It's something that they use for if you're anxious, anxiety, where it's you do three, that you move three well, you can do either or, but we'll start with you move 3 parts of your body, right? So you can move your arms, your head, fingers, toes, whatever, and then you see 3 things, right? So you say, so what you're going to do is name it. So let me start over again. So you'll name 3 things that you see. So like, okay, if I'm really feeling it right now, I'd be like, okay, 3 things. I see my daughter, I see our tree, and I see her toy ice cream truck. All right. And then the 3 things that you hear right? So I hear her walking around the room. I hear myself, and I hear my family in the other room making a whole bunch of noise. Okay, that's a 3. So then you would move 3 different body parts. Again, fingers, my head, you know, my arm, and those are 3 different body parts. So doing the 3x3x3 is shown to help take you from those anxious moments and help bring you back to the present moment, and so that you're not in the past, you're not in the future, you're in the present moment. So I do that too when I'm dealing with seasonal depression, because it helps me to get back in the present. Because sometimes what I've noticed is that the past creep in and it'll give you that nostalgia, but not that good. It'll be more melancholy of the things that happened, the people that passed, the people that left, the things that occurred in the past. So I want to bring myself back to the present moment, and the present moment is where I need to be able to get myself into, hey, again, use the 3 things, the 3x3x3 to get myself back into the present moment where I can breathe, I can relax and be. So I know this is a long video, but again, it was just in response to the video that I did about seasonal depression. I just wanted to give a background story behind it, y'all, and I hope it is helpful. Please like, subscribe, and yeah, just be looking out for music I'll be doing. And again, it's just my expression. So we'll see you guys later, and check out the links in my bio. All right, bye you guys, have a good day. Bye-bye.
Oh, I've lost it all. I've lost my heart, my mind, my soul, my spirit, baby. And I ain't winning in this life right now. So come on through, fix me, Lord. Can't see it on the outside, the hell's rising on the inside. Lord, why did they do it? Didn't see this thing coming, but somehow I knew it, I knew it.